they try to go for the big fish right at the start, and going for the
Mhm,
big fish doesn't always work when you're a tiny little minnow that doesn't really add much value to them. So if you come there to take from them,
mhm.
they're not gonna bother. If you can add value to them, then yes.
Welcome to the Genius Talk podcast. I'm your host Atul Raj from the bestemailmarketer.com, and today we have Johann Nogueira with us. Johann, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, bud, thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Awesome, brother. So, for our listeners who don't know you, can you tell them who you are and what do you do?
Yeah, man, for sure. So, I'm in Melbourne, Australia. I started my business 21 years ago. So throughout that time, a lot of different business, a lot of different ups and downs, a lot of different opportunities. I've done multiple exits. Our current company, we bought 8 companies back in 2004, 21 actually, and put them all together. And now we launched White Label Suite. It's a white label suite. It serves 2,500 clients. It's a lead generation platform. You tell it, hey, I'm looking for all the CEOs in Mumbai who do $10 million and who are interested in leadership, and it'll go find them, start talking to them, book them into a calendar.
So, can you story behind founding White Label Suit?
Yeah, for sure. So my co-founder, we caught up. He interviewed me on a podcast actually, and so 2 years after the podcast, we had kept in touch, and every 3 months he'd say, "Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Can we catch up?" And so I happened to be in his city, and I said, "Hey, let's catch up. I can catch up with you for breakfast tomorrow." And so we caught up for breakfast and we laid out a plan. He executed it. I think he made about $200,000 from that plan. And then he said, "Hey, do you want to do this with me?" I said, "No, thanks. I've got lots of stuff going on." And then he said, "No, no, no, come on, let's do this together." And so I said, "Okay, cool. Let's work together." And I gave him in writing, I said, "Here you go. You can have this piece of paper which says you can kick me out of the company at any time if you don't like the way I work." And that was April 2021. Here we are, 5 years later, millions of dollars later, and having a lot of fun together.
Yeah, that's awesome. So your company, what problem does it solve for agencies and entrepreneurs?
Yeah, so it helps them with lead generation. So basically, it allows them to find and talk to their ideal clients. So I'll give you an example. The other day, about 3 months ago, I had the great idea to launch an event in a city where I have no influence and nobody knows me because I wanted to create some influence there. And I forgot about it. And then we just came off a big book launch. And then I went, thank God that's finished now. And then my team said, hey, by the way, in 10 days, we have an event in a whole nother city. We have 0 people coming to your event. I said, "Oh, wow, okay." So we used our tool and we got 75 CEOs there who do more than $2 million. That was a qualifier. They had to do $2 million a year. And the ticket price on that was $1,000. So in 10 days to fill a room with top level CEOs was pretty epic.
So, is there any daily habit or ritual that you believe contributed majority of your success to?
Yeah, waking up and saying, "Who can I serve today?" When you can help a lot of people,
Mhm.
when you come with the intention to serve and not to take, you end up helping a lot of people and connecting people. So when you connect the right people, you get what you want in return.
Yeah, exactly. Because right now I'm working on starting a new company, and right now we haven't decided what product we create. We are only doing research, like how can we solve, what problems are they facing.
Yep, fantastic. So what's the aim of your company? What do you want to do?
So, we want to create some kind of information company. So that's our
Hmm.
plan. Coaching, ebooks, and those kind of things. And it'll be for business owners because I like dealing with business owners.
Okay, cool, man.
Yep. So, when you started your company, what do you wish you known before that you know now?
What do I wish I knew back then? I
Yep.
wish I knew that people buy solutions. They don't care about all the features and all the cool things that you have in there. They just want the end result. Nobody wants to buy the drill. They just want the hole in the wall. So if you can, the quicker you can get them to that position where they go, "Wow, this is amazing." And if you
Mhm.
think about any of the AI that we use right now, you know, we just want the end result. I don't care what the AI is called. I want to be able to tell it, "Hey, go generate me a user generated content ad that makes my product look awesome." And if it gives me the result, I'm going to sign up and utilize that product. Whereas if it just keeps telling me about all the features and benefits and everything about it, I don't really care. I just want the end result.
Yep, results matter. Tool doesn't.
Exactly.
Hmm. Okay, brother, you read a lot of book, right?
Yeah, for sure. I write them
What's
too.
your yeah? What's your favorite one?
The Ultimate Sales Machine by Chet Holmes. That is
Dream 100.
exactly. So Chet was my mentor, rest in peace. And the Dream 100 has served me throughout all my years. So I discovered Chet probably back in like 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, all my businesses, the first thing we do is we create a Dream 100 and then we go after that Dream 100. And then the business grows and scales super quick.
Can you give me a few examples of how do you use Dream 100?
Yeah, for sure. We're launching a new company, and in that new company, we said, "Hey, who's our Dream 100?" Now we could go after users, thousands of users, or we could go after one big company. For example, let's pick Kajabi or ClickFunnels. And so, using my software, we found out exactly who we need to talk to, and have built relationships with them, and are talking to them, which gets us exposure to millions of people rather than just one
Okay, okay. And getting them to promote your company, right, to their list.
together. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Well, our company is called whitelabelsuite.com, so we white label it under their brand. And so they can brand it under their brand and create a brand new profit center. So now they have their own profit center, which is we take care of all the support and everything, and we build the
Mm-hmm.
tool, and
Mm-hmm.
they make the lion's share of the money.
Okay. So in white label companies, we hire white label companies and they deliver the work, right, with their names.
With your name, whoever the company they're representing. Yes, correct.
Okay, okay. Okay, with all the dream 100, what is one mistake you have done or multiple mistake you have done that have stopped you from getting result?
Probably misaligning with the wrong partnerships, I'd say. But having, if you're back in the day, I used to think everybody thought like me and, the world is all rosy, but then soon you figure out there's a lot of sharks in the world and they'll take advantage of you if they can. And so now I have a very big radar to figure out when that happens. And so there's just have everything documented, have everything written down. That's the best way.
Okay, that's perfect. Hmm. So, what do you think? What are the most common mistake people do when doing Dream of 100?
They try to go for the big fish right at the start, and going for the big fish doesn't always work when you're a tiny little minnow that doesn't really add much value to them. So if you come there to take from them, they're not gonna bother. If you can add value to them, then yes, and show them results in advance.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example. When I had my digital agency, one of the clients, I wanted an account. So I went, I stalked, I researched, I knew everything about this person before I even approached them. I talked to their staff members to understand their business. And then I figured out that they were paying about $800 per appointment booked in front of them. So on the weekend, I went and set up a Facebook page, drove traffic to it, and generated
Mm-hmm.
16 appointments. So 16 appointments times $800 is a lot of money to them.
Yeah.
On Monday, he's got all these calls and he's like, "Who the hell are you?" And he came over to my office because we were in the same building. He's like, Why are people coming to my office? Coming to my office saying that you sent them there?" I said, "I wanted to show you. I didn't charge you anything. Now you know what I can do. How about we talk about your account?" And that was a $50,000 a month account.
That's great. Okay, so brother, can you talk about your favorite case study from your company?
Yeah, well, the one I just gave you was one of them, and then another one is we used to build apps for buildings. So we used to build building management systems, mobile apps for apartment buildings.
Mhm.
We essentially got all the entire ecosystem into the app. So just one button on the app would make about $10,000 a month for the owners corporation. We would
Mhm.
split fees with them. We ended up making between $30 per license of the technology. We used to sell the same thing to restaurants for $3,000. So
Mhm.
somebody else came and said, "Hey, can you put this into a building?" I said, "Sure, we can." And then you're charging 10 times more because the value is so much more. Yeah, so we built that company to 20 million in 4 years.
Yeah, okay, that's great. So, can you talk about how many services your company offer?
Lead generation. That's all.
Like to be more specific,
You
what?
you you go into the software. There's 6 different ways that you can find the right people. So the first way is you go in and you say, "I'm looking for all the CTOs in New York who work with companies that are doing 500 million plus," and then we'll go and we'll find all the CTOs with those companies, reaches out to them. It knows everything about them. It does research. It knows all of their socials. It knows all of their LinkedIn. It knows everything about them that's on the internet, and then it'll craft hyper personalized messages to them, booking them into your calendar. So that's number one. Number two is any local search. So you can go in there and say, "Hey, find me all of the restaurants in whichever city in,
Mhm.
I don't know, in Dallas," and it'll go find all the restaurant owners, talk to them, and book them into whatever you want to sell them. Right.
Mhm.
The third one is company. So I can go in and find all the headquarters of all the different big companies in the world. I can also find all the. I can just put in the URL and find all the people who work at a company. So you pick a company,
Mhm.
Rolex. You'll find everybody who works at Rolex, right? And then the next one is influencers. So when we have a product that we want to launch via influencers, we'll go and we'll find the right influencers who have millions and millions of followers, do a joint venture with them, and then get them to partner up with us. And we take care of the back end, they take care of the front end, and it's a great partnership. And then the newest one is you just put a little bit of code on your website. And as soon as you put that code, have you ever accepted those cookies on the websites?
Like sometimes, sometimes not.
Yeah. So most of the time, people say accept cookies because that's how we're trained. As soon as they say accept cookies, we get all their data and we've got permission to market to them. So now we can tailor every message that goes to them because we know where they have spent time and energy. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for our listeners who want to get help from your company, then where can they go?
Whitelabelsuite.com.
Okay, that's great. So is there anything else that you would like to share?
No, man, you tell me. What would you like me to share? I've got 21 years of lots of experience that I can share with you. You have to prompt me the right way.
Okay. Okay. So when you are starting a company, okay, starting a new company, what are the few things that you focus on first?
Always make sure that the product is good, make sure that there is a market for it, then build a
Mhm.
team, and then grow and scale it with different marketing strategies that are not normal. So we do a lot of
Okay.
direct mail, a lot of direct mail that always gets through. Everybody goes straight to Facebook and LinkedIn and Instagram marketing. We go the exact opposite way, and we'll send direct mail campaigns to them, and that's how we win them. We'll send them postcards, we'll send them cookies, we'll send them books, and they're like, "Who the hell is this guy? Why is he sending me stuff?" And then it's like, "Hey, jump on, let's have a conversation." And once we do, we win.
Yeah, that's great. I just recall something like a couple of years ago when I was getting clients. Okay, um, I was finding their location, their home address, and looking if do they have a dog, if they have a children, we send gifts for them or a gift for the dog, and if they love some kind of alcohol, then we find out is there any favorite which they like, then we send them that, and that really increases our response rate.
For sure. 100%. When you give people stuff, they always are happy to give back to you.
Yep. Okay, brother, thank you so much for spending some time with us, and it was really fun chatting with you.
You too, bro. Thank you for having me.